Hello, welcome back to the Bored Book Geek. My name is William James. How are all of you? It may be deaf to the book haul, but pickups and everything else I've got recently is quite interesting. So there's a stack next to me that I think you might be interested in. So before we get going, I want to give a huge shout out to Mountaineer brand for your beard bald needs. All of the info, if you want a discount, is in the description below. They are a fantastic company. Everything is natural. Let's start. So first pickup. My first pickup. The Widow's Son by Ryan Williamson. He is someone that I follow on Twitter. He's rather interesting. I like him. And his work is up there as brilliant. A steampunk fantasy western with a Pulp Fiction sensibility is best descriptive I've heard of it. I did a video on this book. You can find it. It's fairly recent, so it should be not that far. Just head over and look for it. I think it's probably one of the best books I've read this year. BookTube's very own A.G. MacDonald. He has written these fantastic books. They are crime novels set in the golden age of Hollywood, based on fairy tale. You can probably guess by the titles what fairy tales we are talking about. Absolutely fantastic. I will recommend his work. He is a great writer, again with this pulp sensibility, but also this kind of voice that is like no other. And if you're a big fan like James Ellroy and that kind of crime fiction that's quite gritty and intense, you're going to love these. Another book that was picked up, Dawn of Assassins. This guy I found on TikTok and I read his book. You can get the first book for free if you do a prequel book if you go onto his mailing list. Great writer. This is kind of dark fantasy. If you're a big fan of Nevernight, you're going to love this. I'm so glad I picked it up. Now we're going into some more books, and more books. I picked up, finally, a hardback edition of Frank Herbert's Dune. Now, I own a paperback of this, which is so old, it's literally taped together. The spine is split into 3 pieces, literally. It was old when I got it, and now I own a hardback. This was a charity shop find. It's one of those cheap masterwork hardbacks, which I'm not a great lover of. They're basically just paperbacks. But for £1, I can't really argue with this. And the cover art is rather pretty. If you've not heard of Dune, you have been living under a rock for way too long. That's my honest opinion. So now we're going into some Tolkien. These bad boys, these are first age novels that have all existed in some form or another, be them in the Silmarillion, Unfinished Tales, there's countless versions. These are put together. These are really good. I'm really enjoying reading these. And kind of Middle-earth, the First Age, the Flood, everything that ended it. Just fantastic little reads. Thousands upon thousands of years before the start of Lord of the Rings. And these are just brilliant. And aren't these gorgeous? By the way, these are all illustrated. And I cannot stress to you how pretty they are inside. And I mean that. They are gorgeous books. And you get the short version, you get a reconstructed version, you get the historical footnotes with this as well. These are stunning. And I'm so happy I got them. And I'm filling in my Tolkien collection bit by bit, basically. So, we're in some games now. I owned Watch Dogs, the original, on my Xbox 360. And I got rid of it. And I love this game, and I saw it for £2 on the Xbox One, so I thought, why not? I'll double dip. I got rid of a lot of games over the years, and there's a lot that I regret getting rid of. So having this again is great, and I will say the upgrade to Xbox One is really well done. I also picked up Deadpool 2 and Deadpool 1. Poundland, by the way, thank you. One's on DVD, one's on Blu-ray. If you see my video, I'm very pro physical media because these things tend to vanish, which gets really annoying. And just a side note, I also picked up a second copy of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, not for me, but for my godson, because he keeps borrowing mine. He doesn't know he's got this yet. So there we go. Assassin's Creed Unity I picked up. This is one that I actually missed when it first came out, and I'm so glad that I finally got it again. I love Paris. I love this sort of French Revolution era and the 1700s and the fallout from it, so I'm a huge Assassin's Creed geek. If you want to know more about Assassin's Creed, I will make videos. I also picked up Quantum Break. This game is really underrated. Like, really underrated. I will say that this was a Cash Converters pickup. Underrated game. Really good. Yeah, a bit generic action, duck cover shooter in places, but actually a very good game. Dreamful Chapters. I have this on Mac, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to get this for the Xbox. It has the soundtrack too, which is really nice. Oh, Dreamfall is one of my favourite game series, The Longest Journey, The Longest Journey and Dreamful Chapters, final part. Absolutely stunning game, and stunning story. They're point-and-click adventures, and they're horribly underrated. They're very not a fashionable type of game. And now we're going into the amount of games where I got rid of over the years and regretted. One of them is actually an original Xbox pickup. This was not from CEX, by the way. This was from a charity shop. Splinter Cell Double Agent has several versions. You've got the PS2 GameCube version, the next generation version for Xbox 360 and PS3, and then you've got this version. The Xbox version is unique and my preferred version of the game, and I always regretted selling that. And then we're going back into games that I regret getting rid of, being the Tomb Raider nut that I am. Again, charity shop pickup, Tomb Raider Legend, Tomb Raider Anniversary, Tomb Raider Underworld. I do wish Xbox would make the original Xbox version of this game compatible with the Xbox One. It runs better than the 360 version. It really does. Although this does look prettier, the Xbox original version runs better. This is just a basic port of the PlayStation 2 version. Okay, bit cleaned up. It looks more like the PC game. And I do love Underworld, despite the many bugs and weird controls that kind of get annoying. I'm not a great lover of the Survivor trilogy. Then we go into the final lot, where I've picked up Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelation. Now, I own these three on multiple consoles. I have the HD collection on my Nintendo Switch, but again, at £1 a pop, I'm not really complaining. You know, £1. So having these again on Xbox is quite nice. And I also have Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So yeah, kind of, and I again have these remastered, but again, at £1 a pop. So that's what I've been doing. Lots of stuff. Yeah. So anyway, tell me what you think in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys later.